Alright, what's up, everybody? Hello. Hello, and welcome. Only 2 hours later than usual, but, could not be helped today. Unfortunately, not much I could do. Hope you're doing well. Hope you're ready for some fun today. A brand new Nintendo game. And let's face it, these days, new Nintendo games are pretty few and far between. We've actually been lucky the past several months because there have actually been a few Nintendo releases to play on the Wii U, right? We've had The Legend of Zelda Twilight Princess HD Remake. That was followed 2 weeks later by Pokken Tournament. That was a little over a month ago. And now here we are with Star Fox Zero. The long awaited new installment, modern installment in the Star Fox franchise. I played the original Star Fox back on the SNES. I actually rented it. I did not buy it, but I rented it several times from my local rental places. There was one in my local supermarket back when game rentals were very abundant before the digital age. And there was also Blockbuster Video, and I rented it a few times to play and beat it. I did complete it, although the final boss is a mother bitch. I remember he was a real pain in the ass. And then a few years later, when the Nintendo 64 was released, one of the few games that I ever even owned on the Nintendo 64 was Star Fox 64. In fact, the Nintendo 64, if I remember correctly, I owned Mario 64, I owned Doom 64, Killer Instinct Gold. I think I had Mortal Kombat Trilogy. And maybe one or two others, and of course Star Fox 64. Pretty much everything else for Nintendo 64 I just rented. But yeah, Star Fox 64 was actually one of my favorite games of that era. It's probably top 2 games of the Nintendo 64 for me. Between that and Mario 64, I thought those are the two kind of standout games for the console. You know, a lot of people liked Zelda Ocarina of Time. I didn't like it because I was used to the top-down kind of 2D gameplay of previous Zeldas, and the fact that that went to a 3D kind of realm, I didn't like the transition. Now, obviously, today things are a lot different. You know, if I were to play a game like Ocarina of Time today, I probably would not really care. But Star Fox 64 was cool because it took the gameplay of Star Fox on the Super NES, and it basically massively improved the graphics. It added real voice acting, which was nice. In addition, it also had missions that weren't just kind of based as a linear thing, but it had like dogfights. There were 2 major dogfights, I remember, during the course of the game that I really enjoyed. And, you know, I've not played a Star Fox game since then. I'm to understand that I guess there was one on the GameCube, and there was one for like a handheld system, but from what I'm to understand, they weren't well received. Like, people didn't really enjoy them that much. They were like, man, these don't really feel too much like the original Star Fox. So, here we are, ladies and gents. 2016 release day, Star Fox Zero. This is a weird one because the game comes with another game. And, I don't know about you, but when I'm buying a new game and all of a sudden they're like, oh, by the way, it comes with this other whole game too, I kind of scratch my head and I'm like, I've never heard of this other game before called Star Fox Guard. And the box for the game literally has no description of what the game is. The box is just a bunch of like hand-drawn art of robots, and it says, don't play the demo that's on the game disc for Star Fox Zero. You already have the full game. Here it is. So, I have absolutely no idea what they're talking about. I never heard of it. But, I'm here to play Star Fox Zero. If I get around to playing this Star Fox Guard game, you know, I guess we'll figure it out. So, I'm a little late today. Of course, I'm 2 hours late today. I'm not going to gab for a long time because I want to get started and I want to jump into the game. Okay? Bottom line, a lot of people are wondering, what the hell, why am I so late? It's very simple. I live in a private community, and in this private community, the homes are multiple units. So technically, the house that I live in is really 3 houses in one. They're all connected into one, what they call a triplex. Okay, and apparently there's an alarm built into all the walls of this triplex, and this alarm is connected to our garages, and it is a fire alarm. So if there's heat or smoke detected in the garage, this alarm will go off, okay, and basically it'll have a very ear-blaring noise through 2 speakers in our walls, but it'll alert us, and it also contacts the alarm company, and the alarm company contacts the fire department. So it's actually a nice thing to have. It's a built-in fire alarm that's in the garage. Now, for the other places in the house, I have to have regular standard smoke detectors. In fact, I have one right here in my office. There's one in Leanna's office. There's one in the hallway. There's one in the bedroom. Downstairs in the kitchen, there's one. But for the garage, it's kind of automatic thing. So I guess it's supposed to be like if your car is messed up or something, right? Where your car is on fire or something happens in the garage where you wouldn't immediately notice it. This alarm is supposed to save your butt, basically. And since I moved here, I have never actually had any issue with this alarm. Never went off or nothing. I got an email last week from the condo association. It's not the condo association. I keep saying that because that's what it used to be when I lived in Connecticut. It's the board of trustees is what they call them here. Saying that there had to be an inspection today. But I had to be available to open and close the garage and let people in and out of the house because they needed to test it. And it is true. They had to go into the garage. They had a heat sensor that they put up and they held to the alarm to see if it would trigger the alarm. They turned the alarm on and off. They tested all the different sirens in the house. So it took about an hour for this big inspection, okay? The bummer was they did it starting around 1 o'clock, which sucked because, as you know, usually I start streaming at 12, and I usually end at 4. So this is right smack dab in the middle of when I was going to stream. It would have made no sense for me to start streaming at 12 and then end at 12:45 so that these guys can do their inspection, right? And in addition, you know, I didn't want to just cancel the stream. That would be silly because I knew they'd probably be done within an hour or so. So what we're going to do right now, we're going to start playing Star Fox Zero for about 2 hours, okay? Around 2 hours of gameplay. We'll look for a logical stopping point roughly around 4 p.m. Pacific time, which is about 2 hours from now. Then I'm going to go on a break because it's going to be dinner. I'm going to go make my dinner. You know, my girlfriend will be coming home from work, and we'll be doing all our own personal stuff. But I'm going to come back later tonight at 7 p.m. Pacific time for about another 2-hour stream. So all in all, even though there's less gameplay today, there should be around 4 hours of Star Fox Zero gameplay for you live on stream. And of course, yes, I'll be uploading it, or recording it. Yes, I'll be uploading it, yada, yada, yada. Ooh, excuse me. So, that's the deal. Tomorrow, I return to Dark Souls 3. I'm in the end game of Dark Souls 3, and people are saying basically 2 more streams and I'm done with the game. Cool. We'll see how far I can get tomorrow. I'm excited. I really am liking the game. The end game is pretty fun. New DSP tries it tomorrow. I will be returning... I'll be returning to, this game. Duh. I'll be returning to Star Fox on Sunday. So all today is Star Fox, and Sunday will be Star Fox. And we'll see. And I don't know how long this game is. A lot of people are actually saying it's very short. Great. But we'll see, okay? Alright. So that's about it. That's about all I have to say. Like I said, I want to get started. I don't want to be massively delayed here, you know. So we're going to get started pretty much right now. All right? Thank you. I'm going to get my headphones on here. Here we go. And we're going to start. Now, a couple things, because as I begin here, I have to warn everyone. Okay? And I know this is going to suck. Number 1, motion controls required, apparently. So I'm going to need to actually use aiming with this stupid Wii U gamepad for certain parts of the game. And it's probably going to suck. I'm not going to lie, it's probably going to be incredibly annoying. Alright, that's number 1. Number 2, Number 2, the game has decided in all of its wisdom to put all of the voice acting work through the tiny microphone of the Wii U gamepad. I'm not joking. This is what they've chosen to do with this game. They thought this was a good game design idea to put all of the voice communication through a tiny, shitty fucking speaker. I don't know what they were thinking. It's pretty silly in my opinion. And there's nothing I could do about it. The only thing I could do is try to, as I play, hold up this Wii U gamepad in front of me, okay, and hope that you can hear it. If I do audio out on the gamepad to my capture device, I won't be able to hear the audio of them talking. It wouldn't be possible. So you'd hear it and I wouldn't. So we just gotta we're both gonna be hearing kind of a crappy quality voice work because of what they've chose to do with this game. I don't know what they're thinking. Alright? Alright, ladies and gents. So, let's get started. I don't know what's gonna happen here or how well this is gonna go, but, alright, I'm gonna start recording and do a brief intro for YouTube, and then we'll start with gameplay. Here we go. What is going on, everyone? Well,